Hey guys, it is Tuesday morning, 8:30 in the AM. Getting on the bike and heading over to Adam and Don's. Yep, their flight's at noon or so they're gonna try to get to the airport early. That means leaving kind of early, so they're aiming to leave around 9. I decided to bike over since I didn't really want to take the subway. And pretty nice day out. It's not super cold, so that's nice and sunny. And yeah, here we are at Adam and Don's. They're all packed, ready to go. Don saw my video yesterday, so she knows that I made a bag for Bento, which was actually kind of big and I didn't bring because I brought clothes and stuff in my backpack. We'll see how it goes if I ever actually use that bag, but they're saying their goodbyes to Bento, and he gave him a sweet potato before they left, which he seemed to enjoy. It's a pretty common thing, is they'll usually give him half a sweet potato treat, and then leave him alone if they need to both head out. So yeah, gave him some outside time. And I'm looking at these strawberries. I'm impressed that they're still green leaves. Like, there was a lot of snow on these not too long ago. So yeah, just made sure things were good with Bento. Watched a bit of YouTube. Kind of had a nap. I was didn't really sleep much last night. But yeah, around 10:30ish, maybe 11, I was getting kind of bored, so I brought Bento out for a walk a little bit earlier than he normally goes, apparently, but should be fine. And yeah, it was kind of muddy around Monarch Park, so mostly just stayed on the sidewalks and walked around. Went through this kind of weird alleyway that goes along the train tracks. But that's kind of the way that Bento is pulling to go, so maybe they walk that way sometimes. Oh yeah, and he spat out a greenie treat during the walk. I was like, that's weird. I thought he liked those things. But yeah, giving him some treats and stuff. Trying to practice his recall. So, you know, he'll have the good habits of coming to me when I call him. And yeah, some good times hanging out. Some more backyard time. It is actually warm today. It's like 10 degrees. I could actually feel it on my neck. And yeah, it was good. Let him having some basking in the sun time. And yeah, made a sandwich for lunch. And then now I was going to bring Bento out for his proper long walk. Yeah. He needs at least like an hour of outside time every day, and ideally he would like be running around and stuff. I don't know if I should have him off leash though. It's like, yeah, it's the first day, probably shouldn't risk it. And I was gonna bring him to a faraway dog park that's all fenced in, and he could be off leash there, but it seemed like he kind of got spooked by something halfway through and started just pulling to go back home. So we just went back, and that was a good like 40 minutes of walking around at least. And once we were back, he just wanted to chill out in the backyard. It is that sunny. He just had a good nap in the sun, so that's good. Anyways, it's kind of funny when I let him back in, he'll just go upstairs, and he likes to sleep on Adam and Don's bed. I guess it's partially Bento's bed now too. And yeah, dinner time around 6:30, a little bit early for his dinner, but I was gonna make food too. Set out his stuff. He has this probiotic powder that they put on top of his food. I don't think he really touched any of his breakfast feed, but that's probably fine. Just put the new food on top and then mix in some water. Apparently he likes that. Although he doesn't always eat it right away. So maybe he does like to wait for it to soak in. I don't know. Looks kind of gross. And yeah, I made some bad ramen. It was just too salty. I put too much soy sauce in by accident. And yeah, it's getting kind of late now. I've been watching YouTube videos and stuff. I remember to give Bento his greeny dental chew. He gets one of those every day. And after he ate that, he finished eating all of his dinner. I guess he had just been napping long enough. I don't know. And yeah, some more classic outside time. But you gotta reward him when he does his dog business with more treats, which just makes more dog poops. I mean, this dog's pooped like 4 times throughout the day. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, just kind of hung out. Made sure to clean up the kitchen at the end of the day, as is customary in the Adam and Don house. And yeah, what a day. It's just hanging out. Later, guys.